Hello, hello, welcome, hola, bienvenidos. We are here to talk about Hispanic Heritage Month and some fun content that we have added to the game going live tomorrow. Very exciting. I am Sim Guru Dana, currently showing up as Steve on the, the Zoom chat here. Steve, if you want to fix that real quick. And I am joined by Sim Guru Salo and Sim Guru Ruski. So Salo, why don't we start with you? You want to give us a little intro to yourself? I'm sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties because I cannot hear anyone. So please bear with us a minute. Everything is really fun and interesting trying to do this remotely. As you can imagine, it's not quite as smooth as when we're all together. I'm gonna see if I can join this chat on my phone real quick to talk with or hear everyone. Oops, looks like Steve is doing stuff. He's fixing my name. No, I am not Simguru Steve. Yes, thank you. There we go. Thank you, Steve. I still can't hear anyone. I swear we had this all working right before going live, of course. You know, that's the way these things go sometimes. So one second, everyone. And I promise we'll get into this.
2, 1, 3, 2, 1. Hello?
Okay. Oh.
You gotta turn off the phone.
Okay. Well, now I can hear everyone. So I think I'm doing good now. Sorry about that, everyone. Like I said, I promise it was working before. Technical difficulties. All right. So, Ruski, did you get a chance to introduce yourself yet?
No, but we were going to Salo because Salo was talking and nobody heard him.
Oh, nobody heard Salo either. I thought it was just me. Okay. So, Salo, if you want to repeat your intro.
Okay, so I'll go first. So hello, I hope you guys can hear me now. So I'm Salo, Simguru Salo. I'm originally from Mexico, from the center of Mexico, close to Mexico City, from a place called Pachuca. So I moved here to the States 6 years ago, and I've been working with the Sims for the past 3 years now.
Awesome. Thank you, Salo. And Ruski, let's turn it over to you.
Hi, you guys hear me alright?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Hi, I'm Ruski. I'm originally from Venezuela. I've been around Venezuela, like I was born in Caracas, and then I lived most of my life in Barquisimeto. Yay! Central West, I think. If I have my thing right. I'm a producer on The Sims 4. I mainly do localization and taxing, but I do personalization. And yeah, super excited. I moved to the US in 2007, and I started my grad school here, and then I started working in EA afterwards. So yeah, it's been a long time.
1 second, their audio is really low. Dana, I think I need you to raise up the game audio.
Okay.
I mean the machine audio. I'm gonna put you onto regular webcam, which is gonna be to hide everything.
Here, I can go ahead and pause the music too. Oh, Steve is driving. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, so really all of this is possible because of SimGuru Steve. He is always behind the scenes on our live streams. I really don't know what we would do without him. So thank you very much, Steve. Yeah, we've been, coordinating, for the last couple hours actually to get this all set up. It's a pretty complicated process to make sure everything is right. And even though we spent 2 hours doing it, you can see that everything is not quite right. It's just one of those things that's pretty tough. So anyway, the song you were listening to was Chocolate by Isabella Merced. That's one of the songs that we've added as part of this release. We've also added, it's called A la Buena by Domino Saints, and they're both added to the pop music station as part of the base game. So those are some fun new ads for Hispanic Heritage Month, and super catchy. I've had a lot of fun listening to them. I was doing my best not to jam out too hard while we were listening to them prior to the live stream starting. They're just so much fun. All right, are we good, Steve? Oh no, I think I've lost audio again. There we go. Okay.
So no, the volume's too low and I can't get gain on it. So
This is what we're going with right now, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing. All right.
I can the word mostly Dana can try to mostly talk.
Oh, so I sound okay, but Salo and Ruski are a little low?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Zoom is ridiculously low.
Gotcha. Okay. So we'll jump into it. All right. So as mentioned, we're talking about content that we've added as part of our Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. For those who don't know, Hispanic Heritage Month is kind of a U.S. Centric celebration of the Hispanic community and their contributions to the U.S. and celebrating their culture, and we just wanted to make that come to life at least a little bit in the game. Obviously, one of the challenges here is, when you talk about Hispanic people, that encompasses a lot of different cultures, a lot of different countries. We're not going to be able to adequately represent any one culture, let alone all of them, with some little bits of content in the game. But we did want to hit on a few notes that we felt were really important across a lot of cultures. And these are family, food, of course, and vibrancy. Some common threads that we found as we sort of explored. So we're going to start off with CAS here. Ooh, that got loud. So one of the fun things here is we actually worked with an artist. His name is Mr. Cartoon. He's based out of LA, and he's actually primarily a tattoo artist. And so he did this really fun Freezer Bunny design for us in his kind of tattoo graphic style. It was a lot of fun to work with him on the creative process here. So we have this really nice jacket here. Little crop jacket. There's a lot of different colors. We also have this really fun print with a butterfly on it. And there's a few different variations here. There's some variations without the bunny as well for those who prefer. So this was just really beautiful, really fun to work on. Next, we have this kind of jersey asset, again, designed by Mr. Cartoon. with the freezer bunny. You can see some of the motifs from some different cultures in here. I believe this was inspired by some Mayan designs, and that was a lot of fun. And again, there's plenty of colors to choose from, and a couple different variations as well. I think I had her in the red, right? Yeah, I like that.
Dana.
What's that?
So I can boost everybody's volume, but you got to turn down the game audio down to like 10%. And 1 second, I'm gonna switch over. Oh, over a slow connection.
Ooh, now you're loud. Is that sounding better?
Sure, can everybody hear us now? This is Steve talking. You can't see me.
The invisible Steve.
You guys hear us now?
Oh yeah, you
Can
sound
you
great.
hear us? Yes?
Yeah, okay. Yay!
Hi, Steve.
It
Hi,
worked!
Steve.
Hey! That's awesome.
Thank you, Steve.
All
Thank
right.
you so much, Steve. We love you. We troll you a lot, but we love you.
All right. So then moving on here, we have basically the same jersey asset for males as well. All the same variants. So he's wearing kind of a different style here with the smaller freezer bunny in the corner. Again, lots and lots of colors to choose from. And as mentioned, Mr. Cartoon is, first and foremost a tattoo artist. So we also have this really fun tattoo design that we've added there. You can kind of see it a little better here. That was just so much fun to work with him on. Got a nice little very sassy freezer bunny. All right. And then we also have a child shirt design. So Raul here is wearing the butterfly. So for those who don't know, the butterfly is a symbol of peaceful migration. And so it's kind of a symbol of immigration in the United States, particularly for the Hispanic community. So we wanted to reflect that and represent that as part of the content that we were working on today. So I love this, super gorgeous design. All right. So now let's talk about some objects.
Por favor. Sí.
Oh yes.
Vamos.
All right.
This is like my favorite part, the objects.
I know.
I love them all.
My favorite part of it.
We had just so much fun working on these. So here's my little object corner, so you could at least see a few variants of everything really easily. So Salo and Ruski, I don't know if you want to chime in on some of your favorite things here.
Yeah, so this mural is one of the options. There's two or three other options?
I think there's three total.
There's three total options for this mural. All of them, actually Dana, if you can probably plop another wall and show them all.
Sure.
Basically, I wrote the text for these and I wanted to kind of see something. I thought I could add a story to all of them together, but then suddenly it's like, well, some parts, I don't know. But anyway, they're all lovely and they represent more like a view in life, so to speak. So that's what I went with. Oh my God, the wall.
I know, I still didn't make it big enough.
So I just want to be clear, when we say Hispanic, it's not Spain per se, it's more Latin America. So Hispanic means, regions that speak Spanish, but this content is specifically driven to highlight more Latin America, so to speak. So it's I just see in chat that people are confused. This is not Spanish. I'm like, no, not necessarily. Just letting you know. so, so yeah, so it kind of we try to make these murals kind of like what you see in in real life places with all the colorful representing different situations, but in our case we're kind of represented how joyful life is in a way. So I hope they convey that. um I try to write the text to convey that as well. So it's actually really neat. And actually I found when writing this, I can actually put them in a certain order and it kind of fits like a whole story. So if you guys try that, maybe in a different order or like all of them together in a specific order, maybe you can achieve that as well. So that's why I like these assets so much, because you can actually tell a story in your own lot. It's actually pretty neat. But yeah, it's
Yeah, and like I mentioned earlier, vibrancy is one of the things we really wanted to represent. And it's certainly what I think of, from my own personal travels to Hispanic countries. You just see so much more color and vividness that you don't necessarily see a lot of other places. So I freaking love these murals. They're really gorgeous. I think players can have a lot of fun figuring out where to put them and, spicing up some of their other either venues or even at your home. Like even this as like a, backyard backdrop is pretty fun, I think.
Yeah, it's just gorgeous. That was the first thing I noticed when I was writing the objects, like, ooh, murals. Let's see how to do that. So just plop them everywhere. It's actually pretty neat.
Yeah. And then, so one of our other pillars was family. So we designed a lot of these objects with the idea of being able to do like a cool backyard barbecue type of hangout at your home with your Sims families. And so to that end, and food was the other thing, right? Like you can't really separate food from culture. They're like this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we got these really awesome new grills here. You can even see like the hot stones on the inside. I love these. They're really different from other grills we already have in the game. We don't really have anything that looks like this, so have fun playing around with them tomorrow. They're super different. Really happy with how these came out. So here's a couple of the variants that we have.
Yeah, there's more variants to those. So don't feel like, oh, there's only 2 variants now.
Yeah.
There's a few more colors there.
Yeah, I actually have another one here.
Also this object and Salo, and I can tell you, we thought a lot about the recipes. Like we were like, because I'm from Venezuela, Salo's from Mexico, and we have some team members that are from Argentina, from Colombia, and other places. So we were all fighting on what to call the recipes because some of the stuff we call it different in our specific home. So Dana, I don't know if you want to start. Like, for example, one contention was barbecue as a word.
Yes.
So I was fighting, it's like parrilla, and Salo was like asado. And then
Carne asada, yeah.
asado. And then it's like Martin, who's from Argentina, that is like asado. And then it's like everybody just, we actually contended that, okay, we're calling it asado as a global term because obviously I'm the only one who calls it parrilla, by the way. But so I lost that fight a long time ago. But
yeah, definitely the names and the appearance of the food items themselves. All the objects were relatively easy to come together, but oh man, the food spawned so much internal conversation about what exactly is this thing going to look like, what is the right way to present it, and honestly, it's a little different depending on where you're from. So from a food point of view, we tried to represent several different places instead of coming at it like, everything here is from Mexico or something like that. So it's a nice spread of different food from across the globe.
I personally really like the design of these grills on the pots, because I remember when I was growing up in my hometown, we have like a yearly town fair where they sell a lot of these like super decorated pots like this. So when I look at them, they really look like what I would see when I was growing up. So I'm really glad that they are now in the game.
Yeah, these nice big deco jarrones.
Hmm.
Right, Nadia?
Oh
That's
my
what we
God.
called them.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ruski. I knew I would mess it up.
Yeah, I was thinking it's the kind of object. I don't know if you guys in chat can relate. And it's like there's this object in the house that your mom always tells you, no toques, no pases por ahí, ni lo mires,
Do not
nada.
touch.
Like,
Do not
like
touch.
do not touch. Do not even look at it. It's this object that is like in a weird corner of the house, and you're allowed to just look from afar. So that's how I view it. Because it's kind of like, yeah, they look like those things growing up. So that's where I kind of based the text I wrote for them, because it just gave me that vibe. By the way, yes, I broke a few in my house when I was young, and my mom was really
Yeah. I will say one of the more mortifying moments of my childhood was breaking something like this at a friend's house.
Oh my god.
Yeah, right.
Like this weird shiny object that you just want to touch, and then you're like, nope, your mom's gonna be angry if you do.
Yeah, luckily my friend's family was pretty cool about it.
So yeah, it's really good.
All right, and then we have these really awesome kind of mosaic tile tabletops. As you can see, there are several different designs. This is also not all the variants. Again, I think there's maybe 8. There's quite a few, and so again, all super colorful. There's a couple neutrals too. I think most things have kind of a white and a black variant as well. For those of you who are like, whoa, that's a lot of color. But personally, I love it. Especially if you are not loaded up with all of the packs that we've released over 6 years. There's not really anything in base game that looks like this, so this is a super fun addition.
Yeah, and they're beautiful. Like
Chairs.
and the chairs,
Matching chairs.
And you can put, actually, when I was looking at this from like writing point of view, like I didn't do matchy colors. So I had like the pink table with the red and the green chairs, and then the white. So it's like you can do whatever you want with these. It's actually pretty nice. No matter what color you pick for the table, it's like if you want to do a different color chair on it, it's totally okay. It's totally fine.
And actually, back in the back here, I've totally mixed and matched everything just for fun.
Great.
Yeah, I love this detail of the flowers also on the back of the chair and not just the front. So they're just...
Yeah, the art team did a fantastic job on these, I think.
Yeah, and the patterns are all a little different too. Yes.
It's they did a real outstanding job on these. I was really happy to see it.
Cool.
I didn't have one of these tables at home, but I saw it in different places at home. But I know that they were more like the table where the everything table basically. So it's big enough for everything.
Yeah, and I guess I spoiled it a little bit, but we also have this really awesome pergola that we've added. So this is brand new. Again, there's a ton of variants to choose from. It's got this like bougainvillea climbing up the sides. Really, really pretty.
Yeah, and there are multiple swatches of these too. One of my favorites is like, I think, white with like purple flowers. It's actually really pretty. One, because I like purple too. But it's like you're free to like choose whatever. But yeah, like I envision this kind of like the backyard, like I used to have back home. Yeah. I just put the grill and the stuff in it. But yeah, it's all of this content is actually pretty nostalgic for me. So there's a lot of like, so it's really nice. So I'm very happy with
And even with the pergola, there's a lot of color to choose from. So I think there's a lot of options, something for everyone here.
Yeah, there's something for everybody. I know that, a lot of people have different tastes in color when they are doing their building, so I think there's plenty of choices they can work with.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And you can even see this kind of a little bit of a worn look. That's especially noticeable on this variant. Just super pretty.
It looks more real.
Yeah, it looks more realistic.
All right, so let's talk about food a little more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Know why we're here.
That's right. So we have Rosa here grilling up some elotes.
I love elote.
So good.
That was also part of the discussion in our life when we were making this, that it was like, but elote is like, it is elote. The recipe is elote. We're gonna leave it as elote. so it's like, just stay with it.
Yeah, and you want to tell the stream what elote is?
So elote is basically corn, but it's like grilled. And at least in Mexico, we put like some cheese and mayo and like pepper. And then we put it in a stick, like you can see over there if you zoom in. It's really good. It's really, really good.
Oh, it's fantastic. I think I had it for the first time, like, when I moved here to the States, actually.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
So it's kind of like, because at least in my country, we don't make it like this. We just grill the pork on the grill, and that's it, and you add whatever you want after. But this particular recipe, it pretty much mimics the actual elote recipe that you see in Mexico. So it's with the mayo, with the cheese, and the toppings. And it was like, I tried it for the first time when I came here to the States. And I was like,
tell me where. I need one.
Oh, okay, I'll tell you where later. It's great. But and these recipes are like updates to the grill recipes to basic, right, Dana?
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. So we actually don't have before this batch, we didn't have a whole lot of grilling recipes. So we've really exploded that out into a lot more options. You can see there's just tons now, which is great.
So that was something nice for this update, that we wanted to add more recipes to base game grill, to grill in general. But it's nice.
Let's cook up some choripan.
Yes. Martin, if you're watching.
Yeah, we
you're probably enjoying.
We thought about this one quite a lot too.
Martin is one of our wonderful engineers. He's from Argentina, and he was very specific about how he wanted the choripan to look, and the choripan to feel like. So he was pretty much watching the whole time. It was great.
Yeah, a lot of the recipes we found online basically had it like a sausage in a bun, you would normally think about. But he says no, they are butterfly cut, and they are on like a nice piece of bread. Where did she put them? Did we lose? Here they are.
Did she run away with them?
Oh.
Yeah. So
for those of you asking, this update will come to console and PC tomorrow. So I saw some people asking, will console come in later? No, this is console PC tomorrow.
Yep. And
I have a question from the chat.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Is this new grill usable off the grid?
Ooh. I think so. It behaves the same as any other grill, the basic grills. So I believe it should be. I have not personally tested that, unfortunately. And then, I don't know, any other particular food items that resonate with either of you, Salo or Ruski?
Oh, the plantains.
The plantains.
Oh,
Yes.
that was another point of conversation. I was like, well, do we grill plantains on the grill? Yeah. How do we make it? Oh, it's just normal grilled plantains. Okay, great. I mean, no matter the presentation, plantains are going to be eaten. So
Oh, yeah.
it's like-
I love
so
plantains. Oh my goodness.
Like, just give it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like in all like Latin America, we have very similar dishes, but we make them very differently in each country.
Yeah.
Which
Like,
I think was a problem here. Like, oh, how do we like show this here?
yeah, we were like, I remember me talking to Salo about it, and it was like, well, plantains sometimes, yeah, we do grill them. I mean, Venezuela, I would, my friends and I will grill sometimes too, but we mostly did like yuca or other stuff when we do like barbecue like this, or like grill stuff like this. So we were like, well, plantains, not so much, but yeah, sure, it will get eaten
Oh, yeah.
whenever we grill.
Definitely.
So, it's like, definitely. So it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, go add it.
Yeah,
The more
so
the merrier.
so I know we're almost out of time on this stream. So another thing I wanted to mention was we worked on all of this content in conjunction with an internal group called Somos EA. We are EA, which is a Hispanic employee resource group here at Electronic Arts. So it was a lot of fun, sort of working with people who are not necessarily on the Sims team, although there were some Sims team contributors as well, but just people across the company. Like a lot of people I talked to were in Texas or on the East Coast, and coming from a wide variety of backgrounds, and they basically did big content brainstorms for us, and so we worked, hands in hand to say, cool, here are the items that we think we can put together to make a really nice theme for our players, and that we think will represent the culture well. So it was so much fun to do that. A really fun and honestly big project to coordinate across a lot of people to make this come together. So it was a good time, a fun experience for me as a producer too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was really fun, especially coming from like the feedback and the options for the Somos team. The Somos team has been great with us.
Yeah.
So it was a really nice project to work with them. And Salo and I are part of Somos too, so it's kind of like watching ourselves kind of like, so it was really nice of them to work with us on this.
Yeah. And we really did want to show like different countries, not just like focus on like Mexico, for example. We wanted to show like a different array of countries from all Latin America, and I think we achieved it.
Yeah, we wanted to represent as many regions as possible with stuff that it was familiar, not so much like obscure references. So yes, there's some stuff that is familiar, like I don't know what you see on TV and stuff, but it represents actual like culture. So it's really nice. So hopefully like you guys like it, and so we can do more probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully everyone enjoys playing around with this. I mean, look at what our Sims are doing right here. This is like this nice idyllic family barbecue idea. I think there are some fun stories people can tell. So thank you very much for tuning in. We had a great time building this. Hope you have a great time playing with it. Coming tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time, I believe, and to all platforms. So, all right, thank you everyone, and have a great day.
Ciao.
Bye.
Nos vemos.